Well, there was a recent case convicting a school principal for failing to report the account of an 8-year-old student who described in vivid detail the sex acts performed on her by a teacher. Well, whose duty is it to report suspected child abuse? Live at 5's family attorney Sonia Kaufman joins us now with the answer, plus answers to your questions regarding family law. So whose duty is it to report child abuse? If you see or suspect child abuse, should you report it?
Yes, it's everyone's duty. Sometimes people think that just certain professions have the duty to report, such as principals or healthcare professionals, and that's not true. Anyone who suspects has a duty to report.
So who do you report it to?
You call CPS. There's an 800 hotline, and you can also report online. And my thought is, if you have a reasonable suspicion, report it and let the courts and CPS sort out whether it's a legitimate concern.
Because it doesn't come from, they don't go into the home and say, well, so-and-so, your neighbor. They don't list or tell the person where that report comes from.
They do not. That information is redacted from CPS records so that you can report anonymously.
Okay, easy enough, and you'd rather protect the child.
Absolutely. That's a very sad case, a very extreme case.
It truly is. Well, we've got lots of questions, so we're going to jump right into them. This first one, what can a parent do when the absent parent is $15,000 in back child support and the Attorney General is no help? We seem to get this a lot.
Yeah.
He gets a job and then he quits as soon as they start drafting it out.
Well, the Attorney General will take them to court on a contempt action, and if this person is purposely not working, then the Attorney General has the option of asking the court to put them in jail for contempt of court and not paying the child support.
This person goes on to say that they've paid more in attorney fees trying to get him in court than they have been relieved as far as child support payment goes.
And that's always the dilemma, to work with the Attorney General, because they represent the state of Texas and therefore at no charge to the parent trying to collect support, or going to a private attorney where of course you pay, but it may happen a little bit faster than with the Attorney General.
Okay, this one is kind of interesting. I have 2 kids. Their father was shot 8 times. He is still alive. He has a stomach bag. He's not able to go to work. They go to court tomorrow. Will they still give him jail time for not paying child support for the past 3 years?
Wow. She doesn't say who shot him. Did she shoot him for not paying the child support? I don't know. The court will look at the circumstances. It certainly seems like this man, though, may be in no physical condition to go to jail. The court may place him on probation and give him some time to catch up the support, order him to pay some back. But I'm concerned that he's not able to go to jail at this point.
Okay. If your ex doesn't show up for divorce court, will you automatically be divorced?
Well, you have to put on evidence. That would be a default hearing, and you put on evidence to prove up the divorce and to prove up what relief you're asking the court for. But of course, if there's no one there to contest that, then odds are you will get close to what you're asking for, probably.
Okay. If the mother of a child agrees that she doesn't want the father to see the child and the father agrees to not, does the child support stop if the mother of the child agrees?
I think what this person's asking is whether a parent can terminate parental rights in order to avoid child support. And the answer to that is no. Courts will not terminate a parental right just to stop the child support. So if there's someone stepping in line to adopt this child, then that might be an option to terminate this person and have someone else take that over. But the obligation to pay child support, of course, is not contingent on seeing the child at all.
Okay. So I have a 5-month-old, and the dad who lives 2.5 hours away left when I told him I was pregnant. He didn't want to have anything to do with the baby until I was 4 months along. Then he decided he wanted another chance, but I didn't take him back. Since then, we've talked, but when I was about 6 months pregnant, he came to town and stole his mother's car and gun and came by my house, so I left with 3 other children. He finally met his 5-month-old son last month. Now he wants me to drive almost 3 hours away. Should I?
3 hours away so that he can see his child.
Yes.
I would have serious safety concerns in this situation, and until there's a court order specifying what this person has to do and establishing this man's paternity, he has no legal rights at this point, and he sounds pretty dangerous from what she's describing.
All right. So, unfortunately, we are out of time. We got to lots of those, though, and we do it every month. So mail your questions, or you can just post them every month when we post them on our KFDM News Facebook page. Sonia, as always, we appreciate you stopping.